Welcome everyone once again to the Wingman and Vandal Show. Today though is not an episode day. Today is to announce the contest winners because, as we posted previously, if you watch us on Facebook or Twitter, Google Plus doesn't have that many fans, but that's okay.
That's okay.
In due time something will happen. But anyways, we would like to publicly announce the contest winners for our Rafflecopter contest for a $10 Google Play gift card or $15 iTunes card that ended this past Saturday.
Yes.
I should say Saturday at midnight or Friday at 11:59.
Friday 11:59. Or was it? No, it was Saturday 11:59.
Yes.
That's what it was, Saturday 11:59.
I believe so, yes.
So right before Sunday morning.
Yes. And we have the two winners, courtesy of random.org, because we're not condoning favoritism on this show.
Nope.
We want it to be fair and square. So whoever entered, we thank you for entering. We hope you enter in more contests, because hopefully we'll have some more in the future. But the two contest winners are, courtesy here from random.org, are KW and Brittany B. So we will be contacting you. Yes, yay! We will be contacting you through email, since the email addresses are mandatorily through the setup, and we will give you guys further instructions on how to be able to collect your prize. So thank you both once again, and also thank you everybody that entered the contest, that whoever watched the channel on the Facebook page, Twitter page, however you guys got a hold of it. Thank you again. Hopefully we'll have more, because this was a great success turnout.
It was.
Do you think so?
Yeah, we got a good handful of people who entered the contest.
I believe we had 75 entries.
75 entries
together.
Not bad for a first contest.
No,
And there will be more down the road eventually.
Granted, granted too, we were kind of messing with the point scale, and you could get like up to 12 entries per person,
Right.
Which is, in my opinion, quite generous for a start.
Right.
So we'll see how it turns out on the next one.
Right. Once again, we would like to thank everyone who entered the contest.
Yes, thank you.
But we are actually giving you guys something, all of you who are watching this episode right now, something for free. Our good friend.
Well, we're not giving it away.
Well, no, but it's a free gift for you guys. Our good friend Antoine Biggins Faluco.
Yes, good old Antoine.
Managed to get his hands on a Moto 360, and he made an unboxing video for us and for you.
Yes, despite all of the outages they had.
Yes.
He was able to snag one up.
And it's a good time. So here everybody goes, Anthony and his Moto 360.
Alright, so this is Anthony, coming to you live from my backyard here, with an unboxing of the Moto 360 for the Wingman and Vandal Show. Clearly, Brian was excited to get this. As you can see, this box is insane to open. Come on. I don't think that's moving. Okay, so as you can see, the box is really tight. That's probably why they got the pull string there. I'm shooting this on my phone, so give me a second. Okay, so through the power of editing, I'm back. And there are actually 3 tabs on the box, so if you guys ever get yours, just remember that you're going to need to pull the tape off before you try to open the damn thing. And now we should just slide right open, and there it is. Now, based off my fashion sense, I opted for the silver. I think the silver looks a heck of a lot better than the all-black one. So as you can see, we have obviously the power button, some microphones. So overall, I'm extremely happy with this, and the actual leather itself, I'm going to do some thorough testing with it, but clearly the leather is, I mean, it's a very, very premium feeling leather, so I'm very happy about that too. I might, because it's interchangeable, we may be getting some different bands in the future. I may do a video on how to do the different, how to change the band on there. It's actually pretty simple. I'm a watch guy myself, so it's pretty easy overall to do. But then once we get into the box, we have obviously the Motorola charger. We've got on the other end here, this is probably my favorite part of the Moto 360, is the wireless charging dock. And then obviously some tips on how to actually use the thing. So definitely been a long time coming for me. I've been excited to get this thing for quite a while. Ask Brian. It's kind of been one of those things where it's been a long time coming for sure. So first thing we're gonna do, since I'm doing this one-handed. Alright, got it open, just dropped it. But charger, got a really nice feel to it. Kind of, if you have a Nexus device, it's kind of the same feel of the back of a Nexus phone. Brian will tell you, I am only a Nexus guy. I do not buy anything that is non-Nexus. I have my reasons for it, but I love to root. I love to be open with my phones, so that's why I do the Nexus phones. And despite their opinion on the previous episode, they'll probably kill me for saying it or edit that part out, but I disagree with them wholeheartedly on their opinions of the Nexus devices. So what I'm doing now for you, yeah, definitely a very premium leather feel, so I get the watch open and almost drop it. As you can see on the back of the watch, you're going to have your heart rate sensor. It'll flash green. Obviously, the device is not on, so I can't flash green for you. But yeah, overall, I think it's a very slick device. I guess the last thing to kind of show you here, and this is, again, one-handed. I just almost dropped it again. So I'm actually not going to do it. I'll show it to you in the walkthrough when I start, you know, kind of walking through the device itself and basically going through my review once I use it for a couple days here. But overall, very solid device, very premium leather feel. I'm going to use it for a couple days. There's actually been reports that the battery life has increased since the latest update. So that's going to be the big thing for me, is what's the battery life going to be like, and what's it going to be like using it every day. I have a job where I heavily rely on my calendar, so this will be really, really interesting to go through and actually see the camera integration, or not the camera, the calendar integration, and getting the calendar notifications. That's going to be a big part for me. I guess the last thing that I can really show you here is, you know, when you're charging it, obviously fits in there really nicely, and the wireless charge will come on. That's one of my other favorite features of this is the wireless charging. None of the other devices really have that wireless charging capability right now. The 360 is the first one. I'm sure a Qi wireless charging will come out in the future for other ones, because Motorola is kind of the front runner right now. We'll see how that goes, and I'll see you guys back in a couple days from lovely Arizona here. As you see, weather's really nice, but I'll see you guys from Arizona in a couple days once I kind of get a feel for the device and give you a walkthrough.
Dude.
Ooh, man.
I tell you what, though. He's gotta stop shaking the camera.
It's just all over the place.
I don't know how I feel now. I'm all nauseous because of the shaking. We're just messing with you, man.
No.
Seriously, thank you so much for that. It
That was
certainly
a great
is a treat.
video, really. I mean,
Certainly a treat.
yes, and certainly some constructive criticism, I shall say.
Oh, on us? That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's all right.
I'm okay with it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's the best thing about the Wingman and Vandal show. All of you are entitled to your opinions on anything we talk about and anything we may talk about in the future. So don't forget.
Be it positive or negative.
Or
too.
negative. So
Yes.
don't forget. Drop a comment down below on this video or on our Facebook page or on our Twitter feed or whatever. Contact us and let us know how you feel about anything we say or anything we would say in the
Yes,
future.
or even on the YouTube page itself too. I mean, there's quite a few comments that Anthony has personally said on the last video, and I do agree with his points in some ways. And then there's other ways it's where you see that trend follow, you kind of expect that trend. But at the rate it's going after what Anthony has posted too in the comments, and if you didn't see him, we'll put a link to the video for you guys to take a look. I mean, there's some very valid points. I mean, Google's moving ahead very aggressively on a lot of things and in the best ways possible. The overall build quality, I do change the initial thought opinion on it, because I was obviously looking at press rendered images, and I should say not press rendered, but faux based images,
Right.
where we're not sure if it's someone's rendering or it's like, hey, this is the actual thing. Because
Right.
I mean, sure, it probably could be the case, as with what the Windows 10 announcement that happened today, but
Which we will be
that's-
covering later in the
That'll
week.
be later on. There is some leaks on those, and those actual images were official. We will show those in the next video for you guys to Google over and enjoy. But there is a big difference in build quality overall from what it was originally to the Nexus One, where everybody had the expectation of, oh, it's there, but it's missing something. It has gotten a lot better. I do agree with it. I mean, I really do. And if the rumored specs are very true and the battery specs are true, and obviously the build quality is going to be very nice, because for a fact, this is still a great device. Even with this soft touch on the back, as Anthony has said, it's a great device overall to get the job done.
We weren't necessarily bashing the Nexus line of devices. We were just merely stating that, for the most part, any Nexus branded device is just there to introduce the new operating system, and more often than not, the focus isn't necessarily on the build quality of the device, but more so the introduction of the operating system, so that it's in the hands of developers, so that it's in the hands of manufacturers, so that they can custom make Android to fit what they want for their consumers, for their user experience.
Be it the overlay skin or any of the other features that they want to put in.
Right. But it seems, especially with the last Nexus device, the Nexus 9, and the revamped Nexus 10, that Google is actually starting to notice that this isn't just a functional prototype. People are actually interested in buying directly from Google a device that can be a superhouse, powerhouse, juggernaut type device.
Or be it through the carriers too.
Or through the carriers.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a Google branded device. It's manufactured by an outside carrier or by an outside manufacturer, but there is
no added, as we say throughout the show and through any tech website, bloatware.
Right.
Any random add-ons of personally, say, a My Verizon ad, a random NFL app, a random game that you really don't play. Like, what's a nice one HTC had? Let's Golf 2.
Yeah.
Was a big one. Or be it the T-Mobile apps that get on there. The built-in Wi-Fi calling is, yes, a nice feature on the stock phones that T-Mobile provides, but it's similar to Apple, very similar to Apple, and the experience of it's just the experience of the device, and that is solely what you're going to get. You're not going to get any add-ons, no random stuff, and no massive amounts of storage being cobbed up by random apps that you'll never use.
Right. And you get a very simplistic device, which for a lot of people, including us, Anthony, we kind of like the Nexus devices too. The kind of design of simplicity and sleekness, and just overall getting the point across that needs to be gotten across. That's very appealing to some people, and it is kind of a nice feature to have, especially since you've got all these phones nowadays with all these crazy gimmicks like fingerprint scanners and front-facing speakers and screens that bend around the side intentionally.
Yes.
But
and still function.
Wink, wink, Apple. All these gimmicks that are out there, it is still nice to know that Google is still providing a device that's simple for those who want it. And like I said, I think that people overall prefer to have something simple like that, and this is why the Nexus line is actually starting to pick up. And of course, the price. The fact that you're getting the newest version of Android on a device that's literally half the price of every other device out there, that goes to show something. I think people actually really genuinely believe when they purchase these new phones, like say a Note 4, which is $750. I think that people think that is a little overpriced for just a cell phone.
Little, I'd say it's agnostically high.
Right.
It's a big hit on anybody to jump and pay $600, $700, $800, however much the price may be, where you can get this device that still functions and makes calls and sends text messages and any other general purpose amount that you want for starting at $300, $350, depending on what you want.
Right.
And maybe a little more for the storage, and that's really about it.
Like we said before, make sure you hit a like, a little thumbs up down there on the bottom of this video, and drop a comment below. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and circle us on Google+. I finally found out the term for what you do on Google+. It's called circling. So go ahead and circle. I never knew that.
He's on Google+.
Circle us.
And if you like this video as well, subscribe to the channel. We'll have many more, including contests, reviews, random knowledge of just any tech in the industry, and other stuff like we said.
Like two friends in the basement talking about nothing.
That's right.
Which is what we've done for a long time now.
Very long.
And we're doing it again. But you're here with us.
You're here enjoying it just as much as
and that makes it fun.
Maybe someday we'll do Hangouts conversation too.
That would be fun.
Maybe
some Q&As.
If you want it. If you want it, let us know. Once again, everyone, that has been Tech Talk with Wingman.
And Vandal.
Until next time, peace.